Windansea has always had a reputation of being a tough place to surf, but not for this reason. A fight broke out among surfers right in the water earlier this month, and it's really making waves. Now, the San Diego Police Department has increased staffing in this area. Our Sean Stiles explains what happened and what might have led to the brawl off the beach.
Surfing the waves here at Windansea has always been extremely challenging. But back in early August, an altercation took place in the water that made things even tougher, and a police report was filed. The fight took place on August 13th. A male surfer got into an argument with other surfers in the water. Punches were thrown, and at one point, a surfer claimed to be held under the water for 30 seconds. We reached out to the San Diego Police Department, and they did not respond. But in a San Diego Union Tribune, Officer Brian Avera said it was a very dangerous situation. If anyone's been taken underwater and thought they were going to die, it's going to get our attention, which is what led to the report being filed. The Windansea Beach area has long had a reputation for being a tough lineup. Officer Avera, almost to the point where it's generational. So we're certainly going to be vigilant, making sure that we allocate our resources throughout La Jolla to make sure it stays safe. I spoke with the president of the Windansea Surf Club, William Fitzmaurice, about Windansea.
It's a great wave, and it has a lot of different personalities depending on a swell direction and the time of the year and tide. It's not a beginner wave.
He says there's always a little tension in the water no matter where you surf. It's when there's no etiquette you have a problem.
So let's say I'm at Costco or Vons, or I'm waiting to get into a nightclub and there's a long line, and I go to the front of the line even though, and just completely disrespect everybody else that's in line and has been waiting. If I just try and shove my way to the front of the line, that's probably not going to work out that well.
And that's where things start when you're surfing.
If you sit and you just let a few waves go by, you let who you see as the really good surfers catch a few waves, and then you rotate in, you're probably going to have a really good experience.
Fitzmaurice says it's all about common sense no matter where you surf.
If you have a question, go to the lifeguards. That's part of what they're there. They're like an information, source of information.
Police intend to keep their presence here at Windansea felt until things are tamped down. The bottom line is know your ability and show etiquette when you're in the water. Sean Stiles, CBS 8.